Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you all for attending the info session. So my name is Dr. Haythem El-Messiry. I'm the Program Director of Master of Science in Artificial Intelligence. Today, we're going to go for a journey about the Master of Science delivered by the Canadian University in Dubai. And we'll see how those info sessions can provide us with more information on the program itself. So the agenda will go as follow. First, why we go for CUD, and then we gonna go for artificial intelligence at CUD, about the master program itself, from the structure, concept, and the accreditability of the program itself, and then the study plan, and then we're gonna end by two main part, which is who should apply and the admission criteria as well. And then we'll give the floor for the audience to ask questions and to have a type of discussion about the program itself. So let's start. Why CUD? From the concept of selecting CUD, we have main four pillars. The first pillar is the location of CUD, which is in downtown, and actually it's in very centralized location. It's just between 5 to 7 minutes distance walking distance to metro station, and all transportation options are available in and out from the location itself. In addition to the availability of and accessing everything around the university as a campus part. The second, which is very related to the School of Engineering, is accessing the high performance computing resource. So we have a very high tech equipped labs. In addition that, we are in the phase of launching our first hyper computing lab, which consists of very high GPUs from the computational timing and accessing as well. So instead of going to the cloud, you will find those resources available to you in a plug and play. You can access it directly. And as we mentioned, in addition to the equipped classrooms with high tech and those type of facilities, either it's indoor or outdoor, you can find it easier with the campus as well. So this is the first part, which is related to the facilities, and then we go to the second pillar, which is our educational vision. And what we are looking for from the master program is what we call it the hands-on learning. Actually, the end product of the program based on two emphasizes. The first is emphasize on innovative and critical thinking. Second, emphasizing on research and industrial engagement. And this can be considered to build the capability of leadership development. So in order to have capabilities and leadership development, this can go through innovation idea, it can go through research and industrial engagement, and actually this applied with the importance of the practical application and the engagement with a real world project, which enhance the learning methodology itself. And one of the strengths of the program itself, what we call it, emphasize on the ethical AI. So this is one of the point which not number of master in AI programs tackle this point, because ethical AI is very important to be applied, to be considered, and to be deployed and developed as well in creating the solution. So those represent our what we call it the hands-on learning, and this represent our second pillar. If we go to the third pillar, which is very important, what we call it, the flexibility of learning. And within the program, we drive the model of the weekend schedule. So you can take your classes within almost 12 contact hours per week. This is for a full-time student, and it's available that you can register during the fall and spring, meaning that if you are a new comer, so we accept intakes in both fall and spring, and within each intake, he has its own study plan to follow with the semester-based structure. The fourth pillar, which is our fourth strength as well, is the faculty and the quality of the faculties themselves. So we are speaking about faculties where they give what we call them mentorship. They emphasizes educational excellence as well, and of course they are all faculties are considering in structuring the program, in enhancing the courses, so they do type of developing and deliver those courses. And the faculty themselves, we call it they develop and delivered by those of the world classes professors and industrial experts. If we are speaking about classes, if you are speaking about engagement with industrial problems, complex problems, so you need a very high trained faculties, and even with the industrial experts to deal with those type of complex problem and finding their solution using the AI. Those represent our four main pillars where emphasizes the program itself. Let's go to the concept of AI at CUD, and let's have a look on the program itself and the components of the program. So the first point which we have to consider with the Master of AI in CUD, that it's accredited by the UAE Ministry of Education. And let's have a look on the program overview, the program structure, and so on. So within the program overview, we have four main keys. One key is a general key, which is, since we are focusing on AI, so we have to, the program should provide an advanced skills in the field of AI, artificial intelligence. And this can be done through our curriculum. So the curriculum covers the most important topics for AI, such as machine learning, NLP, natural language processing, computer vision, robotics, and we do a type of blending between theoretical and practical part. So we have a theory that you need to understand the ground truth of every technique and how you're going to apply this technique within a real world application. So here in general, what the aim of the program itself and how we develop through the curriculum itself. And then we go to the third aim is, once again, and I always stress on it, is emphasizing the ethical consideration. It's very important to apply those ethical considerations, especially in AI, and this can be offered through collaborative projects for real world experience and getting those type of experience. It's very important because most probably if you are dealing with AI, so we are dealing with data, so there are an ethical consideration of how this data set you're going to use it. Is it a true data set, and other consideration should be considered as well. And then finally, we have our end product, which is our graduates. And the aim of this is we need to prepare the graduate to be innovative leaders in technology. And this is addressing a type of global job market demand. So here we are focusing on two line of graduate production. The first line, if the graduate is interested in research, so he can, and academic research to continue with a PhD, so he has this line of production to go within, or he need to go to industry, and he need to go to the global job market, so he's going to be prepared to lead those teams, projects, and to be the leader in the area of the artificial intelligence. So this is a quick program overview. In order to consider the program overview, we have to have a type, what we call it, the program goals. And the program goals represent for us is the KPIs, where we can say that, yes, we success within our product, within the program itself. The aim of the program ended by a graduate student or by a graduate that understand the technology of AI and the implementation of the AI itself. And from the table, you can see that the goals are, we have 6 goals. The first goal and the third goal, it emphasize, or what we call it, it's knowledge driven, where the graduate, the student will learn about the knowledge and the techniques of AI. This include, as we mentioned before, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and other topics as well. So so as I mentioned that the first goal and the third goal, it emphasizes the knowledge driven itself, and within the knowledge driven, you need to implement them, and for implementation, you need to build the skills of critical thinking, problem solving, and this is through the second goal and the fourth goal. So in the second and the fourth goal, we emphasize the concept of practical, hands-on, and the concept of solving problems, real-world problems. You can say it's a complex problems in order to create what we call it sustainable solution, and this is driven across different domains. So you are not concerned only with the healthcare domain. No, you can go to the healthcare domain, you can go to other domains, market domain, whatever the domain you can apply those type of techniques and implementation. So here it's the diverse domain. You have a type of diverse domains where you can apply the AI techniques. So this goes for within applied by the goal, the second goal, and the fourth goal. And then in the fifth goal, it focuses on what we call it is the self-development skills. And here you build your leadership capabilities through leading a team of AI, or leading projects as a team leader or as a project leader as well. And then the last goal, which we call it, also it emphasizes the ethical consideration in AI. And whenever you're gonna build your knowledge, your skills, technical skills, and self-leadership capabilities, so you need to have a type of deploying and developing responsible solutions. And in order to complete the whole figure, or the whole image, you need to emphasize the concept of the ethical consideration in AI. So by those 6 goals, you will find that you move with the journey of the leadership of the AI, starting from building your knowledge, and then practical what you already learned as knowledge based, and then you can build your self-developing based on your capabilities, technical, you can say your technical and knowledge skills, and then you're gonna need to deploy those what you already learned in what we call it ethical frame, which is go with the 6 goals where we have. So this is what we consider, or this is our vision within the program goal itself. Okay, in order to build, or when we went to build the program itself, we consider, as I mentioned, the first in the first slides, that accreditation is very important, and aligning the program with standards, either it's national standards or international standards. So we done our study and we done our homework, that we, first of all, it is accredited by UAE Ministry of Education, meaning that we are following the standards of UAE. Second, we do a type of alignment with the international standard, either it's worldwide and the Canadian bodies of knowledge in artificial intelligence, and this was very important, that we need to align our with others, either, as I mentioned, national or international part. This is very important because if you are aiming to continue your academic studies, so you need to have a very well-defined program, which is following the international standards to complete your academic studies. Or on the other side, if you are tackling industry, so in this case, you need to be aware about the new technologies and to compete in the job market. Once again, either on the national level or on the international level as well. All from 1 and 2, so we do those type of standardization, and then we aligned more with the recommendation of the APIT, and the APIT, it's an international standards, which in a way or another, it's advised by the IEEE and ACM bodies. So in this case, you can find that the program, it's very well established. It's following the standards, following the Canadian bodies, in a way that you have the same courses in a way or another. It can be, and this is a very normal, especially with the master programs. You can have a very in the names itself, but the content and the concepts will be very similar to what's going to be introduced through the courses itself. So this is regarding the accreditation and the standards as well. Okay, so let's go in depth in the program structure overview. So the program structure overview is based on 3 main parts. If you follow the slides, you will find that the overview of the program is controlled by the program goals, and the program goals is controlled by the program structure overview, which at the end, it will lead us to the student learning outcomes and how the student can cover the aim and the projection of the program itself. So from the program structure overview, we'll find that we have our 3 main components. Once again, the curriculum component, which is providing a type of balancing of the core knowledge, specialized electives, and a complete independent research. So those represent our 3 main cores of, or the 3 main components of the curriculum itself. So you need to have a knowledge, which is driven by a core courses, and then you need to have an elective courses based on the specialization you are looking for, and then it should be applied through an independent research master thesis. So here, in a very simple way, the program is a 33 credit hour, consists of 18 credit hour, which is equivalent to 6 core courses. And then you're going to have 9 credit hours, which is equivalent to 3 elective courses. and then you're going to have 6 credit hour, which is equivalent for 1 course for a master thesis. And later on, we're going to see the study plan and the distribution of the courses itself. So this is the first component of the comprehensive curriculum where we have. And then within the knowledge, and as we mentioned, balancing the core knowledge and the specialization. So you need to have a type of hands-on. And the program emphasizes the concept of hands-on, as we mentioned before. And this will allow the students to apply what they already covered and learn through their theoretical knowledge to a real-world problem, complex problem, and how they can tackle complex challenges in diverse domains. So we speak about diverse domains, implementation, hands-on. So this is the 2 components, and we're going to end up by what we call it a research opportunity. And the research opportunity, once again, this is one of the key strengths of the Master of AI in CUD, is the research component, where it gives the student the opportunity to be engaged in the AI-related investigation and contributes to the advancement in the field itself. So here, and this is very well, because the student will cover it through 2 semesters, and he will have the full time to be focusing on the thesis itself, which is very important that the student do not have any other extra work to do, meaning extra courses, engage to other courses to complete his thesis. So it's a very focused part where the student would focus on the thesis to be complete. So this means that it will allow the student to go deeper in the specific area of interest and to develop a type of essential research skills as well. So here we have developing leadership contribution, or leadership contribution, and or you can say the leadership capabilities and the research capabilities as well. So those represent what we call it, the 3 main components or the structure of the program itself. Okay, how this is implemented. So if we have a look to the study plan, you'll see that for a full-time student, which this is also a very important part, that the student should not be engaged during the duration of the program in attending courses. No, he needs to focus on attending the courses, which goes for summer, the first and the second semester, and from the 3rd and the 4th semester, students go to the elective courses and the thesis. So here on the 3rd and the 4th semesters, the student focus on the specialization, what he needs to complete his thesis, what are the courses, specialized courses he will register to help him in understanding the problem, where he needs to do a type of research and a final thesis defending as well. In the 1st and the 2nd semester, it's consists of the core courses and elective courses as well. So we are taking the student from the knowledge concept, or we do type of driving the student from the knowledge based to the technical based to the research based as well. So here we are moving in a stepwise, and this will go within a duration of 4 semesters. Most probably for a full-time student, who will cover it within 2 years. You can find the list. As you can see, you're going to study data mining, machine learning, advanced artificial intelligence, deep learning, and 1 mathematical course, and the research methods. And then you're going to have those elective, 3 elective courses, can be natural-inspired computing, speech recognition, computer vision, Internet of Things, AI in cybersecurity, selected topics in AI, and NLP, natural language processing. So you can see a diversity on the specialization, and even we have the course which is selected topic in AI. So this means that you can go with the new emerging trends in AI and to be embedded in the course itself, and this will give a type of flexibility to as I mentioned, to embed new technologies or new AI technologies on the syllabus itself. So you have a type of flexibility. Okay, so this is in general our second part, where we spoke about the program, structure, goals, study plan, and the main components of the program itself. Who should apply? So who can enter the master program? According to the admission criteria, we accept students already graduates as a Bachelor of Computer Science or its equivalent, Bachelor of Engineering or its equivalent, Bachelor of Information Technology, and Bachelor of Mathematics. All of those with their equivalent bachelor degrees as well. We are following the standard of the ministry, especially on the admission as an admission requirement, but those are the graduates which is applicable to go for the program itself. We have a general admission requirement where it's our admission criteria, general admission requirement, and those general admission requirement based on the accumulated GPA should be 3 out of 4 or any equivalent based on the applicant bachelor degree as well. Minimum score of before the one who is still holding the MSAT, so we can accept for 1,400 or equivalent with the TOEFL, IELTS, TOEFL for 550, and the IELTS for 6. Those represent the minimum requirement. So the accumulative GPA should be not less than 3. And the what we call it, the language proficiency or the English proficiency should be within TOEFL 550, within the IELTS 6.0, which is IELTS academic, and if he is still holding the MSAT, so we can have it with 1,400 for a minimum score. Okay, so what if the student who wants to apply? Yes, I have a raised question. Yes, please, Mr.
Dr. Haytham, it's Regine from recruitment.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you, does this student need to have like a technical background experience?
For the technical background experience, we're gonna go for this. We go for the next slide.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle it with those 2 slides, and then I can accept the questions as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so this is for the general admission. So what if the student, his GPA is less than 3 and he didn't score in the English proficiency as well? So here we have what we call it the conditional admission for the English level. For the English level, once again, either we are speaking about MSAT or any equivalent ones. So in this case, the student must achieve this. He can take 6 credit hours, meaning 2 courses. Okay, so he can apply for the 2 courses, and meanwhile he has to complete his English proficiency. In addition, that he should not score in those courses less than 3 out of 4. So this is the achievement of the minimum accumulated GPA. He should, yes, it should not be less than 3. So this is in case of the student which is less than, didn't achieve the English proficiency. On the other hand, if we have another conditional admission regarding the accumulative GPA, if it is less than 3, meaning and more than or equal to 2.5, so from 2.5 to 2.99. So in this case, the student must register. He can register for a maximum of 9 credit hours, meaning 3 courses, and he must achieve a minimum of 3 out of 4 in the courses study for the graduate program itself. So this is the second conditional admission. So here we have one conditional admission with respect to the English proficiency, and another one with respect to the accumulative GPA. Less than 2.5 is not accepted by the program to go for it. So we have the minimum is 2.5 till 2.99, which is 2.3, and then from 3 till 4, this is the accepted without conditional part. Okay, what if we have an engineering student, okay, or equivalent, and he didn't study programming and data structure? Those are the main core courses, or the student should have a background on those 2 courses, the programming and the data structure. Programming, any programming language, it doesn't matter what programming language he covered, but at least he should has the knowledge and the background in programming and data structure. In case he doesn't cover those courses, so in this case he has to go to a non-credit remedial courses, which is programming for AI application. Actually, this course will run for 45 contact hours, and it's a hybrid. It's first he will go for the concept of programming language, and then some data structure, and he's gonna cover part from the concept of the AI and the AI tools. And this is a non-credit course. So this means it will not be counted within the 33 credit hour. Yes, so yes, thank you all for your attention and participation today. So this is my contact info. You can send me an email, drop me an email, and I will be very delighted to answer your question. And yes, the floor is open for your questions. So please go ahead.
So the students are asking, is the program recognized in the UAE and abroad as well? And will that help them to get promoted in governmental institutions?
Yes, as we mentioned that it's already accredited by Ministry of Education in UAE, and we follow the standard, and we follow this international, as I mentioned in the slides, we followed the international standards for yes, to be aligned with similar courses or similar programs which is already established abroad and internally as well, meaning national and international. Actually, if you go for the graduate studies like master program and PhD program, the recognition coming from the engagement of the students with the courses, with their research, and also the recognition is coming from the experience the student taken. This is for recognizing all over the world. If you are speaking about to be recognized all over the world, and for the accreditation, as I mentioned, we already it's already accredited by the Ministry of Education here in UAE.
Okay. Another question here. Can the student go to transfer to a Canadian university during their studies?
I haven't.
I think I can help with this. Because it's a credit hour system and it would be recognized anywhere, so they can transfer as long as they didn't pass 50% of the course. Because they will lose credits if they passed more than 50%. So if the student want to transfer, it's better to do it within the first year of their study.
Yes. Actually, I'm with what you mentioned. Yes, this is true. According to our transfer policy for the master here, the student should at least spend 75% of the program, the courses in UAE to be graduate from the program itself. From my experience, most probably, yes, I agree since it's a credit hour, but most probably if the students already engaged with the courses and he completed the courses, so it's the pending one will be the research only. So transferring the student, this is not a very popular with the graduate studies. Yes, it can be popular with the undergraduate studies, but for the graduate studies, it's not very popular that students transfer from one university to another. In addition, that here in CUD we collaborate with Canadian universities, so you can have a type of double supervisors. It's not a double supervisor in mean, but in a mean of collaboration. So you can have supervisor from two supervisors, one internal and one external. So this can be held as well.
Okay, Dr. Haytham, this would be the last question because of the timing. So student is asking if they can proceed to a PhD later after completing the program.
Yeah, 100%. 100% in a very simple way. Yes, they can proceed for a PhD. Once again, either on the national level or on the international level. So once again, the program, the courses, the selected courses is actually those represent the emerging trends in AI. So once the student will complete those courses and do the research, which is basically the research based on, once again, on advanced, you can say, advanced solution for complex structured problems or unstructured problems. So 100% the student will be eligible even to compete for PhD, once again, either on the national level or international level.
Okay, maybe we can have a last one here. If the student will need to have a programming or AI experience required before they enrolling, and if there is any pre-medial or pre-courses for those ones.
Yes, we have the remedial course. The remedial course is a 45 contact hours where the students will cover the topics of programming. It's not the topics. He gonna learn the programming skills, in addition to more advanced in the data structure of the programming itself, in addition to introduction to some AI tools which help him in covering the practical part, give him the basics actually for covering the practical part within the first for his first semester, and then it will lead the courses by as I mentioned, by the aim of the program itself. He will go for a self-developing to continue with the rest of the courses and the practice need as well. So yes, this is this is the hands-on, which the student will be will learn it through the remedial courses. It's this remedial courses, but once again, the student should have a background either in engineering or math from the selected or the eligible applicant that they can enter the program.
Thank you, Dr. Haythem, so much. I
You're
think that's it
welcome.
from my end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And once again, though, this represents my contact info, so you can drop me an email whenever you have a question. And yes, we can share even the presentation together. Thank you so much, and have a nice evening. And hope to see you in the campus, inshallah.